I used to think doom scrolling is just wasting my time. I would pick up my phone and start scroll. Somehow 40 minutes would pass by. But losing time is the only most obvious damage. The deeper problem is that my phone was training me to escape my own life the moment it gets uncomfortable. Whenever I was about to solve a difficult task at work, I reach for my phone. Whenever I sit down to write a script and don't know what to say, I reach for my phone. Whenever I feel anxious, bored, alone, insecure, or any emotional uncomfortable feelings, I reach for my phone. This feedback loop had just incorporated so deeply in my routine already. I'm not just losing my time. I'm also losing my ability to be present, losing my creativity, losing the emotional resilience to do hard things. If I keep constantly escaping from my own life, even though I still try to spend the same amount of time on the things that matter to me, it's not going to be the same effective. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I'm getting my life back after years and years of overstimulations. First of all, let's go back to our doom scrolling triggers. All of that is to avoid a feeling. Either it's a feeling of discomfort, or it's a feeling of negative thoughts, emotions, or it's just a feeling of boredom. The moment we feel it, our instinct is to find relief. It doesn't mean that we're weak. Our brains naturally prefer what feels easy and rewarding. Before smartphones, we didn't have this instant escape available every single second. We simply had to sit down with the boredom, work through the frustration, or stay with an uncomfortable feeling. But now, whenever real life feels difficult, there is an endless of streams of stimulations right in our pockets. Before we get into the 3 steps that helped me break this cycle, we need to change our way of thinking about discomfort. A lot of us treat boredom, anxiety, resistance, or negative feelings like the signs that something has gone wrong. So when the uncomfortable feelings don't disappear, we reach for something to distract us. But uncomfortable feelings are not always a problem that needs to be fixed. A thought is just a thought. It's just a string of words. It's powerless unless you are reacting to it. So the goal is not to force yourself to feel good all the time. The goal is to learn that we can feel uncomfortable but still stay present, still engage in what we're doing. I came across this book called The Happiness Trap. I realized that the habits it shared can be extremely powerful when I feel the urge to escape to my screen. The habits is not about deleting social media apps or quit social media. It's about rebuilding the ability to stay with discomfort. Let the discomfort play quietly in the background instead of allowing them to take over your entire attention so that you can focus on the important things. Let's do this practice together. Try to think about the situation that you're tempted to reach for your phone the most. Maybe it's when you try to focus on the study or the project. Maybe it's when you're having negative thoughts or feeling anxious or just a feeling of boredom. Almost without thinking, your hand just starts moving towards the phone. Before you pick it up, pause and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? This project is too difficult. I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail. I'm so bored. But instead of saying those thoughts as if they're facts, try changing the language slightly like this. I'm having a thought that I don't want to study. I'm having a thought that I'm not good enough. I'm noticing the feeling of boredom. I'm noticing the urge to escape. It may sound like a small difference at first, but it creates a little distance between you and your thoughts. I'm not good enough sounds like the truth, but I'm having a thought that I'm not good enough reminds you that this is just something your mind is saying. It's not the reality. You do not need to argue with the thought or make it disappear. Simply notice it. The thought can be there without deciding what you do next. Now, gently bring your attention out of your head and back to the present. Take a slow breath in, a slow breath out. Relax your shoulders, stretch your hands, move your head gently. You are simply reminding yourself, I'm here. This is what's happening right now. The goal is not to force yourself to calm down or try to fight with the thought. It's to reconnect with your body to bring you to present. So you realize that you have more control over your physical actions. The thought may still be there, but it doesn't have to take up your entire attention. It can just stay quietly, play in the background. Now go back to what you're doing. Don't pressure yourself to finish everything. Just take one small action. Maybe study one simple topic Work on an easy problem of the project. If you're resting and relaxing, simply stay in the present. Just don't wait until the discomfort disappears. Every time you do that, you teach yourself that I can feel uncomfortable but still continue. I can feel bored but still stay. I can have this uncomfortable thought without obeying it or struggling. That's how we slowly rebuild the ability to stay in the present and start to get our lives back. How are you feeling right now? Did you reach for your phone? You probably didn't think about your phone, right? So keep these 3 steps in mind, and every time you feel the urge to reach for your phone, do this instead. You might still pick up your phone and scroll sometimes. It takes practice. It will get better over time, and you will slowly get your life back. Practice for a week and come back here and tell me how you feel. The idea is not to get rid of the feelings, the thoughts. We will always have them. The goal is to not let them bother you. Alright, this is all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. That will support the channel a lot. Thanks for watching until the end, and I will see you in my next one.